What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for popping into my review for the 1990 film The Rescuers Down Under, which is celebrating its 35th anniversary and also the first big theatrical sequel from Disney Animation Studios. And of course, we have Zootopia 2 opening next week. And before one of their films comes out, I'd like to go back in the catalog and talk about previous films, and it gives me an opportunity to talk about older films as well because some of them, are old. There's a lot of sleeper hits. I think The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under are sleeper hits. And this film is different than the first movie. It doesn't kind of play out in a similar fashion. In a way, it does, but it's structured a little differently. And the previous film, they kind of met up with some other creatures and bugs and got into a few entanglements with the crocodiles. I liked all that in the first movie, but in this film, I like how they played the story out as well because you get to see this boy get abducted in real time. It's another film that's kind of, it has a dark subject matter. There's a lot of darkness in between. I think with all the animation and the light and the colors and the brightness, kids aren't going to be like, wow, this little boy's just got abducted. They might sense he's in trouble, but I think for the older kids and their parents as well are going to see this film and they're going to be like, wow, this McLeach guy is an absolute scumbag. And he's got to be one of the most underrated Disney villains. George C. Scott gives a hell of a performance. He's fantastic in this movie. I loved him as Ebenezer Scrooge. I haven't seen him in a whole bunch of stuff, but Scrooge is the film I'm going to remember him by. But then you have this, where he just provides such an evil voice to this McLeach guy, this poacher. And I thought he was great. And his sidekick, they're obviously trying to be reminiscent of the first one with Medusa and her two crocodiles. Now you have McLeach and his lizard companion, Joanna. And it's a different kind of relationship he has with the lizard than she had with the crocodiles. Those were like her babies. Those were the flotsam and jetsam to Ursula. This, he's always given this lizard a hard time. And the animation of the whole film actually is stunning. This came out after The Little Mermaid, and you could tell that the studio definitely made a lot of money from that film, and they were able to polish this one up a bit because the animation is a lot cleaner than that first Rescuers film. If you put them back to back, you can tell, okay, this movie came out then, and this film came out 13 years later. There's just a difference in animation style, but without losing the essence of it. The opening credit sequence is A, beautifully drawn, but B, the score is incredible as well. I love a few shots in the film. There's a shot with like shadows as the mice come in. I mean, it just cuts to it. It's a dead cut, and you just see this shot, this beautiful animation. There's just a lot of great stuff to this film. In the end of the day, I like it probably just as much as that first film. I can't really choose which one I like more. If I had to pick, it might be the first one, only because I do think it's probably a little better film. I mean, the stakes felt a little higher in that film. This feels more like an adventure tale, which I liked. And one of the things I didn't like was the bird. In the first film, you have Orville. In this film, you have Wilbur, his brother. Why do you have Wilbur? I don't know. The Rescuers Down Under. This was the first time I've seen the film from beginning to end, and I like the movie. I don't think it's one of their best. It's a little light. I mean, it's not as deep, I don't think, as that first one was. The Rescuers really don't have hardly any communication with Cody, the boy who's abducted, at all. There's barely any dialogue exchanged. They're just doing it because it's their duty. And The Rescuers Down Under is a 3.5 out of 5-star film for me. I'm happy I saw it. It's not one of my favorite films in the studio, but it's better than a lot of other ones as well. We'll see what happens with Zootopia 2. And guys, you could comment down below what's your thoughts on The Rescuers Down Under. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for a bunch of reviews coming in the future, including tomorrow's new releases, Wicked for Good and Rental Family. Very excited about both of those. Reviews will be up later tomorrow night. Guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram at KingArises131. That's about it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for The Rescuers Down Under. And until next time, over and out.